In this country, royalties are paid by royalty collection agencies. Each agency collects fees from licensees, which they distribute in royalties to the owners of the works, depending on how those works have been used. The performing right is the right to play a piece of music and perform it and broadcast it. And in this country, they're administered by the PRS for Music, the Performing Rights Society. They sell licenses to people who are going to broadcast or stream their music as part of their business. And the price of those licenses can vary from £44 a year for a small hairdresser, something like that, right up to millions and millions of pounds a year for somebody like the BBC or SoundCloud. Mechanical rights are to do with the right to actually make a physical copy of a work. And they're administered in this country by the Mechanical Copyright Protection Society. They issue mechanical licenses which are bought by people who want to make recordings and reproduce recordings of works. And that money that they collect in those licenses is what's used to pay royalties back to the members of the MCPS. Synchronization rights are slightly different because there's no administering body for synchronization rights. They're just held by the rights owners, which may be an individual or a publisher. And they issue the licenses, those synchronization licenses, to whoever wants to synchronize that work with a piece of film, people like Lucasfilm, for example. So what would happen is that you would generate a fee for that one-off licensing, but there would be no royalties for sync licensing. The royalties would come through the PRS or the MCPS. The phonographic rights are the right to play a phonographic recording, and they're administered by the Phonographic Performance Limited Company in the UK, who again issue licenses to people who want to play records as part of their business, and these licenses are where the money comes from to pay royalties. There are other rights, like the moral rights that exist within a work, and they are the thing that will either restrict or allow a person using the work to use the music in conjunction with something that has a particular point of view. This is called a permissive right. It doesn't actually have any value. You can't charge for it, but it would be a restrictive right in terms of giving away or keeping your moral rights, something that's quite difficult to do with a work if you're going to get it published. Again, adoption rights are not really worth any money, but if somebody wants to translate your work into another language, then this is another permissive right that would be contained within it and could be licensed as part of the music to a publisher.